What's up, everyone? I picked up the Wyze vacuum cleaner. I got a pre-ordered version of it, I guess. I don't know. They gave me 50 bucks off. It was only $199. So I had to do it. I mean, I've already got the Neato D7 over here, which is the flagship from Neato, but I wanted to compare it with a $199 Wyze vacuum because I really like the Wyze system. I like the Wyze ecosystem, rather. The cameras, the scale, everything. They've got good stuff. And they're kind of like Hyundai, you know, where that's like Lexus, where you're going to get a lot of the same features, but they're going to beat the price. They're going to smear the price. So I'll start with what I like better about the Wyze after I do an obligatory introduction video and tell you to subscribe and like my page. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like my page. It's really good. Jumping into the Wyze vacuum, as you can see, it's got a charging base. It's very similar to the Neato D7. It's a little bit smaller and it has an indicator light on it, whereas that one's, oh boy, I don't know why it's starting all of a sudden. I'm not sure. Okay, well, I just took it off the base to talk about it, and all of a sudden it's spinning in circles. I did not tell it to do this. All right, let's just watch what it does. Are you going to go home? Maybe it realizes that it's off the base and it just needs to go back home. Okay, well, I guess that's a feature. I just discovered a secret feature of the Wyze vacuum. It's quiet. Okay, yeah, so if you take it off the base, it just decides to go back home. And it's going to back up. Okay. Interesting. All right. It also likes
Starting to charge.
Okay, yeah, I was just going to say, it likes to talk. It likes to announce everything it does. So, like, if I open this up, and then I take this out, it has to announce it. Like, it's kind of like a talking car from the 1980s, you know? Like, watch.
Dustbin removed.
Yeah.
Dustbin installed.
Wow. So, oh, okay. I don't know why it's doing that now. I guess I must have moved it a little bit, and now it's gonna get itself back in place. All right.
To charge.
Okay, whatever. So as you can see, it wants to tell you everything that it's doing, which is kind of annoying. The Neato doesn't really do that unless there's a real problem. This one, and Roomba is the same way. Roomba will let you know, bring me back to the base, my battery's dead. But this thing just wants to announce everything. You know, my door's open, the filter's gone, I'm charging now, I'm getting ready to clean, I'm done cleaning. We get it. All right, you're a robotic vacuum. It's from the future. So as far as what it does better than the Neato D7, which I think is the undisputed king right now in technology in robotic vacuums, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe the Dyson, maybe the Samsung is better. I know that Roomba has recently come out with some that empty on their own, and I haven't had a chance to play with that, and I think Neato might even have a new version coming out soon if it's not already out, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I've only had, let's see, I've had 3 different Roombas. This is my 3rd Neato, and then this is, of course, my first Wyze vacuum. I just like them. I don't know. I just buy all of them and goof around with them. So what this one does better than the D7, and keep in mind it's about $300 to $400 less in price, so I think that's impressive, is it's quieter. It's got rubber tracking on the wheels that seems to be a little bit denser, so when it's running on like a hardwood type of floor, it's a lot quieter. The motor is also quieter. It's got 3 settings. You can be quiet, normal, and power, whereas the Neato just has 2 settings, eco and power. I usually run that on eco because that's already pretty loud. I ran this all the way through the house the first time on quiet, though, and it was pretty quiet. I was able to play video games and watch movies and stuff while it cleaned right past me, and I, barely even noticed it. So that's cool. That's something. What else does it do that's better than the Neato, you might ask? Well, that's about it. The navigation abilities are pretty much identical. They both clean in straight lines. I noticed that the Wyze doesn't do it in the same methodical way that the Neato does, although the Neato is prone to doing some goofy things as well. Also, my first run through, it skipped 2 of my rooms in the house, like 1.5 rooms actually. So I'm kind of concerned that, okay, it mapped the whole house, but it doesn't want to clean the whole house. That kind of defeats the purpose. And I don't know if there's like a maximum amount of square feet that you're supposed to do. The Neato seems to be able to handle this house just fine. This is about 3,400 square feet. Maybe I'm just maxing it out. All right, so let's get to what the Neato does better than the Wyze. So let me just move back so you can see them both. Like, that really enhances the video. All right, so the Neato has a much better battery life, it would appear. Or maybe it's just smarter in the way that it manages the battery. Because the first time I ran through on the Wyze, I noticed that once it got down to 8%, it would, limp back home, charge back up. Good, that's what it's supposed to do. But what I didn't like is that it would continue cleaning where it left off after the battery got up to like 40 or 50%. So rather than getting a full charge, it would go back out, clean, down to 8%, go back home. So altogether, it charged like 5 or 6 times before it finished the 3,400 square feet. Whereas the Neato will use its whole battery, and it might only have to charge once or twice before it finishes the house. So I like the management of that. And that's a software thing that Wyze could easily address. Hopefully they do. I understand. I got the early release, and they probably haven't had a chance to iron out all those bugs yet. They should have, but they didn't, and I hope they do. So that's something that's kind of big. Next, the room management, the mapping. I don't think that Wyze has quite got there yet. You do have the ability to select rooms. However, it seems to select the rooms on its own. It just determines this is a room, this is what you got to do, and I'll put screenshots up so you can see this. It'll tell you what the room is. So on the Neato, you can actually set your rooms. You can draw your zones. You can name your zones. You can tell it what zone to clean. Wyze just sort of picks them out for you. So, all right, that's cool, whatever. I haven't played with the scheduling yet on the Wyze, but the Neato has a very robust scheduling system. You can make it do whatever you want, when you want, in what room. A great effort. I mean, for $199, $249 I think is the retail price now. Great effort. I mean, it does a lot of things right. It looks nice. It's quiet. And knowing what Wyze is capable of, I actually think they have an advantage over Neato, because Neato's software doesn't update very often. I'm not sure what kind of support they offer. Wyze, I have several of their cameras. They're constantly updating them, adding new features. I get the sense that they're going to support this. So I think in another 6 months I check in, it'll probably have ironed out a lot of the issues that I'm complaining about right now. So this is a very brief I'm just scratching the surface here. I mean, there's so much more to cover on these things. I'm not going to sprinkle glitter on my carpet or kitty litter and, see how much it sucks up or whatever. I'm sure there's other people doing videos like that. My video is really more, just me talking, being stupid. So hopefully you didn't mind it. Don't forget to, of course, like the channel, because it's obviously, superior content. You're not going to find anything like this anywhere in the world. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like my page. It's really good.